Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank, with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome in to Hobbs Lady Eagle Softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan, and we have Hobbs at home hosting Carlsbad. And first of all, I need to adjust the camera just a little bit, make sure I've got first and third base. I've got the wide-angle lens on today, and I'm told that the regular lens just not catching all the field in some earlier games. So hopefully this is going to solve things a little bit. And since I won't be really moving the camera much, and you can get the whole field, so I'll be just glancing up and checking on that from time to time. So now it is time to get you the lineups as they are being announced by the loudspeaker on the field. And for your visiting visiting Cavegirls, I should say, your Cavegirls from Carlsbad is number 13. This is your batting order as well. Number 13, Alexis Nieto, designated player. Number 1, Brooklyn Palma, your center fielder. Number 3, Mary Reyes, your second baseman. Number 6, Michaela Chester, your left fielder. Number 2, Katrina Ortega, your starting pitcher. Number 17, Emery Bland, your third baseman. Number 18, Anaya Reitner, your first baseman. Number 9, Ali Madrid in right field. Number 14, Kendra Ortega, who is catching. And your flex, who is not batting, is number 15, Serenity Medrano, playing shortstop. Your reserve players are number 12, Gracie Meacham, 7, Addie Vallejos, number 5, Addie Smith, number 16, Amaris Martinez, and number 10, Desha Nieto. And the Cavegirls are coached, head coach Santo. For your Hobbs Lady Eagles, this is your batting order and their numbers as well. Number 11, Saul Rangel, your left fielder. Number 2, Mariah Zambrano, your right fielder. Number 5, Jackie Fuentes at shortstop. Number 9, rather, Ali Garcia. 10 is Sanaya Jackson, your starting pitcher. 13 is Addison Ralston, your catcher. 14 is Marina Valenzuela, your third baseman. 3 is Mariah Jimenez in center field. And 4 is Abby Zambrano at second base. I'll talk about your reserve players, your bench players coming up. First, it is the national anthem. We'll be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagle Softball on the way.
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby! Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what you get at Bel Air Bowl, the only place to bowl for nearly 100 miles around. You can grab a snack and bowl, play pool, or even video arcade. They're the perfect place for a birthday party. Bel Air Bowl has got you covered and can make it happen. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind the Bel Air Shopping Center. Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
For all your grocery specials, shop Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs. The best deals in fresh produce, fresh meat and vegetables, frozen and dairy, health and beauty, and so much more. With the friendliest and most knowledgeable staff, Thriftway and La Tienda. For all your grocery specials, come on down to La Tienda, 400 East Marland, and Thriftway, 1317 North Turner in Hobbs. Best of luck, Eagles, from all of your friends at Thriftway and La Tienda grocery stores. For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O. Now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply.
Back to Hobbs Lady Eagle Softball home doubleheader, and it's a district counter, of course, against the always tough Carlsbad squad, who come in at 9-9 on the season, but they're 4-0 in district, the same as Hobbs. Hobbs comes in 4-0, so this is a real showdown because right now they're 1A, 1B, and Max Preps actually has put Carlsbad number 1 in district in terms of the ranking. Doesn't mean anything. Their seasons are district seasons and records are the same, 4-0. In fact, Hobbs has a better season record. They're at 12-6 on the season, and Carlsbad's at 9-9. So it is a pretty, they're pretty even on paper. Hobbs has beaten, and looking forward to this one here. Both of these games, they are this is a real test for the Hobbs girls and for Carlsbad, because these are the two teams who apparently are going to duke it out, fight it out for supremacy in District 4 or 5A. So these two games, extremely important as we get them underway. And we'll give you, I'll announce the reserve or bench players for Hobbs here in just a moment. But let's go ahead and ready for first pitch. And it's going to miss. Sanaya Jackson in the circle for Hobbs. And she's a young pitcher. She's extremely talented. And she's just going to keep getting better and better. I think you have to keep working it. Your talent gets you so far, and you have to keep working it. Game experience is vital. Swing and a miss as she brought the strike. And 1-1. She's got a good fastball. She's got a number of good. She's got a really good outside breaking ball, an inside breaking ball. She got a riser. She's got a good changeup. Couple of them. She varies the speeds. She's got kind of a sinker. A lot of times her fastball that is at the knees has a kind of a sinking effect to it. She really has an arsenal, and she'll just continue to build on that and grow on that and get even more consistent. And really learn, to work speeds, work batters, remember, batters from time to time, what works, what doesn't. And she's really something. She's a real asset to the Hobbs team, especially being as young as she is. I have a roster here. I want to say she's an 8th grader. I'm going to double check that because I think that is right. Yeah, she is an 8th grader. That's amazing. Whoa, nice strikeout number 1 for out number 1. And she often will do this and really befuddle batters and blow things by them for at least the first time through the lineup. Second time through, as is with all pitchers, it gets tougher to get batters out. But she's doing a great job right now. Strikeout 1, and an 0-1 count on this batter with 1 out, nobody on. Left-handed batter, this is Brooklyn Palma, your center fielder. That's going to miss. Ball 1-1. One of the relief pitchers that Hobbs has is Carissa Segala. I have pitched 1 game for Hobbs, coming in relief of Jackson in a previous game. I don't even remember who they were playing in that one. Could have been Clovis here. I'm not sure. Fouled off over to the Carlsbad dugout. Beyond that, for strike number 2, 1-2 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Reyes is on deck. Chester is in the hole. High pop fly headed out to right field, deep right. Whoa, staying with it, playing the wind and the sun, drifting back. Mariah Zambrano, beautiful catch out there. Up high pop fly that hung in the air a long time. The longer it hangs in the air, the more likely it is to be affected by the wind, the drift, and you just really have to work it as a fielder, infield or outfield, to catch those high pop flies. So nice job by Zambrano out in right field. So two up, 2 down, and number 3, Mary Reyes, your second baseman, up to the plate, right-handed batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Beautiful pitch on the inside corner, just a little low, because I think that crossed the inside, no doubt. 1-1 the count. If she makes it on, Chester's on deck or taking the whole swing and a miss, a high rising fastball. And Reyes was just a little late and a little under that one. 1-2 count. 2 outs. Hobbs looking to be efficient. 3 up, 3 down if they can get him. Strike for 3. So Reyes goes down swinging. 2 strikeouts and a fly out, and Hobbs is out of it. 3 up, 3 down. Beautifully done. They need to keep this up if they can. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the first. Lady Eagles coming up to the plate, and we'll be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball, a district doubleheader hosting the always tough Carlsbad Cavegirls. I'm Dawn Morgan, and I did not announce your bench for Hobbs. Your reserve players are number 7, Anaya Rodriguez, number 17, Cadence Navarez, 20 is Anali Ornelas, 6 is Angelica Sanchez, 18 is Carissa Sigala, and 8 is Andy Arnold. Your Hobbs Lady Eagles, led off by Sol Rangel, your left fielder. Zambrano, that's Mariah Zambrano on deck. And Fuentes is in the hole. In the circle for Carlsbad, that is going to miss just a hair inside for ball number 1. So I get back to my score bag. I was doing some texting, just making sure everything is okay. 1-0 count. First batter that Ortega in the circle is facing, and that stays high. A little riser, fast ball, but rose too fast out of the zone. Ball number 2. That is Karina Ortega in the circle. Kendra Ortega behind the plate. Reitner at first, Reyes at second, Medrano at short, Bland at third, Chester in left, Palma in center, Madrid in right. And that is going to miss ball 3. So it'll be interesting. Will the take sign be on? Rangel, the leadoff batter, just needs to get on base. Can be with a walk, can be with a hit by pitch, can be with a bunt, can be with a single, can be with an error. Can't be with a fielder's choice because nobody else is on base. And she takes her base, so a leadoff walk will put Rangel on first, and Hobbs has a base runner and possibility of a run. That brings up number 2, Mariah Zambrano, your right fielder, to the plate. Now Fuentes is on deck and Garcia in the hole. So no outs, a runner on first. Mariah Zambrano to the plate, doing a really terrific job in right field for Hobbs all season long. That's going to hit the outside corner and at the letters for strike number 1. Call strike. Looks like the ump, I need a few more pitches to see, a few more batters. It looks like this ump is a little more generous, calling the outside corner than the inside corner. That's fine. If shows bunt, pulls back the bat, and then it's a call strike. So 0-2 quickly on Zambrano. Runner stays at first. Zambrano now cannot, probably not bunt. If you bunt and it goes foul, you're out. So probably going to be swinging away, trying to move the runner around. And a swing and a high fly ball. Could be trouble. Who's calling for it? The right fielder, Madrid, runs in and makes the grab. So a fly out to right field. So a pop fly to position 9 for out number 1, and Rangel, who reached on a walk, stays put at first base. And I sure hope we're not picking up too much of that music on the mic. The walk-up music sometimes bleeds over the mic, and we get in trouble, especially on Facebook, for copyright infringement. If the music comes across too loud and too clear, we'll get slammed off of Facebook for a week because we're violating music copyright. So I'm hoping that that's not the case here. So that's why sometimes we're not on Facebook, because we can't be. That's going to be low for ball. So 1-1 the count on Fuentes, Jackie Fuentes. 1 out, 1 on. Fuentes up, a 1-1 count. Garcia on deck, Jackson in the hole. Scoreless right now, but Hobbs would like to change this in their first at bat. That is going to miss. Little inside, little high. So 2-1 is the count. Hobbs girls making some noise in the dugout, trying to get their energy, keep their energy up. Translate that into some hits and runs. There's a chopper going to second base, picked up and tossed over to first for an out, but it does move the runner. But it now, Hobbs has 2 outs, so 4-3 in the books. for second out. And Ali Garcia, cleanup hitter to the plate. So Rangel is in scoring position at second. Hobbs wants to launch a 2-out rally here. Garcia, very capable batter, just the girl to do it. It's going to miss low for ball 1. So 2 outs, a 1-0 count, a runner on second in scoring position for Hobbs. They'd like to break that gooseneck and put up a straight number on the board. That's going to miss low and inside as well. So it's 2-0 count. Kinder Ortega behind the plate doing a nice job blocking that out, because that if that had gotten by her, I would imagine Rangel would be sitting on third before you could blink an eye. And that misses. Oh, I tell you, Garcia wanted to. She flinched, thought about it, held off on it. So 3-0 count. So 3-0. We'll see if the take sign's on. She's a capable hitter, and Coach Anthony Boyle might tell her, hey, you see something you can lace into, go for it. We'll see. And that hits the outside corner for call. Strike 1, 3-1 count. Runner on second, 2 outs. If Hobbs wants to try to score in this inning, Garcia's got to find a way on. There's a high fly ball headed out of play off to the right. That brings the count full. Now she's protecting the plate. Got to swing at anything that seems callable as a strike, even if it's just to try to spoil it off. Really wants to lace into something and get a run home. Got to score early and often against Carlsbad. They're a team that will come back on you. They can be down the whole game and come back. And she makes contact off the end of the bat, fouls it off out of play. Count remains full. Now, I've watched Carlsbad twice this year against other teams be down 6 innings and come back and win the games in that 7th inning. So you just got to get as much offensive production as you can against them. Foul off again. Man, Ale Garcia staying tough at the plate, staying alive, fighting off some pitches, trying to find one that she can lace into. Don't want to waste that walk. That's a gift. Rangel's out there. A run would be unearned. Ooh, a change up, floats up too high, and Garcia lets it go and is on first base. So, as they say, a walk's as good as a hit. Now runners at first and second, 2 walks issued by Ortega so far in this game. 2 outs.
Number 10, Sanaya Jackson.
Up to the plate, Sanaya Jackson, your pitcher. She smokes the first pitch she sees and pulls it all the way around. She's a left-handed batter, and she's got power. She's got a good eye. She is a hitting pitcher. There are a lot of pitchers who are not as gifted at the plate as they are in the circle, but she is a complete player. So an 0-1 count on her. Looking to straighten that out, maybe bring a run or 2 or even 3 in. She can park it. Ooh, that was inside, and I think it probably would have been called a ball. I think it was she just kind of reacted to it, hit it on the inside of her bat, very close to her hands. She flexed her hands, may have even hit one of her hands. Went foul. Now 0-2 count. She's behind, but it just takes one. Swing and a little chopper over to third base. Picked up the throw, not going to make it in time. It's airmailed, sails over the first baseman. It'll score 1, and the throw into second, not in time. Jackson rounds second. She reaches on an error. Can't give her an RBI, but she reaches on an E5 and then moves on to second on that throw. But it does score 1. So Hobbs is in business. They've got 1 run across. Garcia sitting on third, Jackson on second, and they just want to keep the line rolling, keep it moving. Number 13, Addison Ralston, the catcher, up to the plate. 2 outs. It's not phasing Hobbs. And I think, did we have a courtesy runner? I think we must have. I wasn't. I was looking down. I think
the catcher, number 13, Addison Ralston.
Ralston, the catcher, up to the plate. If she can find a way on, Valenzuela's on deck. Jimenez in the hole. And that's going to hit the ground and roll away. It gets by Kendra Ortega, the catcher, and it scores 1. And that ball hit the plate. I will call it a wild pitch. So a run scores on a wild pitch. And now Hobbs is up 2-0. Runner at third. I believe that is a courtesy runner for Jackson. There's a chopper to second base, a toss over to first, and that ends Hobbs at bat as Ralston is thrown out 4-3 for the third out. But not before Hobbs gets 2 runs across, but they did it. I tell you what, they did it with walks and errors. Nothing was earned. There was not a single hit in their at-bat, but you take them where you can get them. 2 runs on no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We come back, more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on the way.
Just call us if it's a NMJC, success through learning. My future's looking brighter, my life's an open door. New Mexico Junior College gave me the chance I was looking for. Affordable education designed to fit my needs. Now every day is filled with opportunity. NMJC, success through learning. NMJC.
At NMJC.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
And in the bottom of the first inning, Hobbs scored 2 runs on no hits. 1 error was committed, 1 left on base. We go to the top of the second inning. Cavegirls up to the plate, 4, 5, and 6, and the lineup due up. That's Chester Ortega Bland. Second pitch comes in. That's going to be low for a ball. First pitch was fouled off for a strike, 1-1 the count. Here we are, top of the second. No outs, nobody on. 1-1 count. 2-0 is your score. Hobbs up. And that's where you want to be against Carlsbad. There's a swing off the end of the bat, just a little bit late. Spun up and away out of play for strike number 2. 1-2 the count. Swing and a high fly ball. Line drive shot out to left field. Mariah Zambrano was shading over toward the pole, and that helped. She didn't have quite as far to run, but, man, she made a nice grab out there. As I mentioned earlier when she came up to bat that she's doing a really nice job for Hobbs. Hobbs is really fielding well this season. Everybody is doing a really good job. It's rare to have errors. It's rare to have mental mistakes. They're just real solid under head coach Anthony Boyle in this season, and it's nice to see them developing into to such a solid team. I think they've got playoffs written all over them and, may do well at state. Right now, there's a low pitch for ball number 2 against Ortega. A fly out. Chester was a fly out to position 9 in the books for out number 1, and now Ortega up to the plate. Swing and a high fly ball out to right field again. Zambrano moves over a couple of steps and back, makes another grab. 2 fly outs to right field in a row. Wow. Right now, Hobbs is ranked 9th. They're a number 9 team in 5A across the state. Carlsbad is ranked down at 18th. And I think that they're not giving Hobbs enough respect, and I think they're not giving Carlsbad enough respect for the team maybe the team they can be, that they can come through and can be. They're a tough team and a good comeback team. They're probably, as far as their record goes, that's probably about right, comparing their records to the other teams across the state. Hobbs, I think that they should be ranked a couple of positions higher than they are, but it's always better to be underestimated than overestimated. I think that's terrific. A 1 and 2 counts. Jackson doing a fine job in the circle. That was spoiled off. Bland protecting the plate with a 1 and 2 count on her. 2 outs, nobody on. Hobbs would love to sit them down 3 up, 3 down, as they did in the first at bat. But if Bland finds a way on, Reitner's on deck and Madrid's in the hole. A change up and staying right with her. Bland, not right with her. She would have been, the timing would have been a hit, but timing just a little bit off. But that was an off-speed pitch, and Bland saw it, but just couldn't wait on it long enough. That's going to miss a little outside. I think that's a nice pitch, but it did miss by a hair. Some of the, when you're behind the plate seeing that pitch, it's a lot different than if you're looking at it from the right. That would have been a call strike, and it was fouled off. So 2 and 2 is your count. Jackson has a wicked outside breaking ball, and she can throw it throw a fastball on it, and she can also hit the corner, changing up speed a little bit. Beautiful, as she did take a little off that, right over the plate. Bland, her timing a little off on it, swung under it for strikeout number 3. They've all gone down swinging against Jackson. And 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. Hobbs going back to the dugout, coming back up to the plate, trying to get those bats swinging. They have a 2-0 lead against Carlsbad. We'll be back with more softball coming up.
Here's some good news. Master Plumbers is thanking their customers. Right now, you can have your drain cleared for $39. $39, and you pick the drain. You better hurry. This drain clearing promotion won't last long. Plus, free camera inspection. Drain clogged? No problem. Call the Master. 397-9385. Reminder, Master Plumbers will meet or beat any competitor's plumbing price.
Master Plumbers. Call the Master.
Attention mechanics, NMR Pipeline is hiring now. If you know your way around heavy equipment and you have your own tools, NMR Pipeline wants to talk to you. NMR is offering top pay based on experience and solid benefits, medical, dental, and vision. NMR Pipeline isn't looking for trainees. They're hiring real mechanics ready to turn wrenches and get the job done right. Apply now at 300 South Main in Eunice. NMR Pipeline, built on skills, driven by hard work. NMR Pipeline is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to Lady Eagles Softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. So coming to the bottom of the second inning, Hobbs coming up to the plate. Oh, first pitch is in, and a breaking ball that broke way too much. And, in fact, didn't break a hip, but certainly bruised one, I'm sure. High hip. That was Marina Valenzuela, lead-off batter for Hobbs, taking first base on a hit-by-pitch. There have been 2 walks and 1 hit-by-pitch issued by Katrina Ortega in the circle for Carlsbad. Mariah Jimenez, center fielder, up to the plate. It's 7-8-9 due up for Hobbs here in this second at-bat for them. First pitch is in, a strike. So no outs, a runner on first. Hobbs' 2 runs so far come by virtue of walks and errors. And that is fouled off out of play for strike number 2. Mariah Jimenez, a good crack at it, but swung, just caught the ball under it, spun it up and out. Had good exit velo, as they say in MLB. Good exit velocity off the bat, even though it was a foul. That is going to be a call. Strike 3. Woo! That's a little generous. Had one very much like that, Jackson pitch that was called a ball. This one wasn't quite as fast. But Jimenez goes down looking, and I think Hobbs batters need to beware. a little, excuse me, swing kind of on the inside with weak contact down the third baseline goes foul for strike one. So Abby Zambrano with an 0-1 count now. Hit by pitch, and now Valenzuela still on first. Jimenez with a strikeout. Out number one for Hobbs. That was strikeout number one for Ortega. That hits the center of the plate right at the top of the zone for a call strike. Now it's 0-2. One out, one on. Hobbs would like to increase their 2-0 lead. That is going to miss. That's a dangerous area. Hobbs has really got to watch those the pitches that break on the outside corner very carefully, and with two strikes, probably start trying to spoil them off at the very least. And that one makes contact. Underside of the ball, spins it back, hanging tough at the plate. Abby Zambrano facing 4 or 5 pitches here with an 0-2 count on her. One out. Would like to move the runner around at the very least, maybe bring another one home. That misses high and outside. Old changeup got hung up in Karina's hand. I think I was calling her Katrina, but I think it is Karina. Make sure. Oh, it is Katrina. Oh, and there was a high. I thought that was going to drop in for a hit. That was trouble. It was kind of out there in no man's land. It was too far for either the center fielder or right fielder, who's shading over close to the line to get. So instead, Reyes showing some pretty good range there, drifting back to catch it. So a high pop fly to position 4 for out number 2, and that brings up top of the order Sol Rangel to the plate. 2 outs, a runner on first. Hate to waste her. She reached again, being hit by pitch. Ooh, a little chopper headed up to second base, and the pickup and the toss over to first to Reitner. Reyes to Reitner in time. So Hobbs threatened, but can't move that runner around. 4 up, 3 down. That was 4-3 in the books for out number 3. And we remain 2-0. Hobbs in the lead. We'll be back. Top of the third inning coming up. Lady Eagle softball. More of it on the way.
Did you know LECO offers fiber internet to your home and business? LECO is the only local fiber internet company. This means a personal touch for local customers. Keep your internet with a local company. You won't be disappointed. LECO, keeping you connected and in control since 1954. LECO, the only local fiber internet company. Call 370-5010. Keep your internet with a local company. You won't be disappointed. Call 370-5010. LECO, keeping you connected and in control since 1954.
SunGuard Precision is all about your truck and your home and making both look and feel amazing. SunGuard uses Lumar Window Tint, the top name in the game. For your truck, that means a cooler cap, UV protection, and a sleek custom look that turns heads. For your home, it's all about comfort blocking heat, reducing glare, and adding privacy without losing your view. SunGuard Precision brings style, protection, and performance on the road and at home. Call or look up SunGuard Precision in names and numbers. SunGuard Precision, your tinting pros.
Welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle softball, the first of a doubleheader, a district doubleheader, hosting Carlsbad and going to the top of the third inning. Oh, that was a good pitch, just a little bit low and outside. It troubles me that outside corner. Not always called consistently. Close, but not, and it's hard to do that. It's hard to get that call right on the corners. And the ump is a lot closer and right over the plate, and we can't really see that plate from here. Grounder, a hot one over to Abby Zambrano, picks it up, tosses over to Garcia at first for out number 1. Nicely played. Anaya Reitner goes down 4-3 in the books for out number 1. Brings up Ali Madrid, your right fielder, the plate. Ortega, that's Kendra Ortega, on deck, and Serenity Medrano. Or no, then it goes back up to the top to Alexis Nieto. So 7, 8, 9 due up. Another grounder headed to Zambrano. This one weaker. She comes in on it, picks it up, makes the grab, and the toss. 4-3 again. Back-to-back plays for out number 2. Nicely done. And that brings up number 9, Kinder, to the plate. Of course, Jackson is in the circle for Hobbs. Ralston behind the plate. Garcia at first. Abby Zambrano at second. Fuentes at short. Valenzuela at third. Rangel in left. Jimenez in center. Mariah Zambrano in right. First pitch is in a ball. 1-0 the count. 2 outs. Nobody on. Sharply hit down the third baseline. Valenzuela picks it up. Fires over to Garcia. Nice throw. Good stop. Nice throw. Well fielded. A nice defensive inning, or at bat rather. Defense against Carlsbad's bats for Hobbs. 3 up, 3 down. 4-3, 4-3, 5-3 in the books. When you're a pitcher, strikeouts are nice, but it's not all up to you. It's a team. It's okay. If they're hitting, you want great fielding, and Hobbs has that support behind a very good pitcher, Jackson, in the circle. But, man, it's great to have everybody looking sharp in this first game against Carlsbad today. No runs, no. From the bottom of the third, Hobbs leading. Lady Eagles 2-0. We'll be back with more great softball right here.
Listen up. You asked.
When you want the job done right.
The Coffee House offers a revitalizing menu of coffee, tea, and specialty drinks, just the way you like it. Enjoy your favorite drink with a whole latte love at the Coffee House. The Coffee House, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Coffee House is locally owned and operated and is dedicated to fostering a sense of community in Lee County and in the surrounding areas. The Coffee House, 1103 North Grimes.
Congratulations, students and student athletes of Lee County. R360 congratulates all Dow, Eunice, Hobbs, Lovington, Tatum, and the surrounding high schools, and wishes the best of luck to our student athletes competing this week in state playoffs. Right now is more important than ever to recognize positive achievements in our communities. Join R360 in saluting our amazing Lee County students. This community message is brought to you by R360.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook, your home of Hobbs Lady Eagles. So here we are, top of the third inning, and it's 2, 3, and 4 due up. 2, 3, and 4 due up for your Lady Eagles. She had a pop fly out to right field her first time up. That gets hung up in Ortega's hands and sails over Kendra Ortega to the backstop, but nobody on. No problem. And a ball for Mariah Zambrano. 1-0 count. That's going to miss as well. So 2-0 the count. Fuentes is on deck. Garcia in the hole for Hobbs, as they are going through the lineup twice now. Second time through the lineup, that is. That swing and a miss. That was a nice pitch by Katrina Ortega. She brought the heat. It had a little wiggle, little late breaking action back over the inside of the plate. And Zambrano with a good cut at it, but 2-1 the count. And that's inside and low for ball number 3. 3-1. Mariah Zambrano just looking to get on. She's 0 for 1. Would like to get on base. Hobbs has 2 on the board, but they'd like to add to that score here against Carlsbad. Carlsbad has a history of putting runs on later in the game. That caught just a piece for strike number 2. 3-2, full count on Zambrano. Oh, that's a call strike, yes. Hobbs, again, I've talked about that outside corner. He tends to call it more as a strike when it's a slower speed, which is interesting. That's what I've noticed anyway. It may not continue to be that way. Hobbs girls, with 2 strikes on him, you got to watch that breaking ball over the outside corner. Anything on the outside, probably got to scoot up in the box just a little. And Usually with 2 strikes on you, a lot of times you choke up on the bat. Well, gonna need that extra inch or two to try to catch that outside and at least spoil it off. If not, try to get a hit off of it. Swing and a line drive shot out to center field, but coming up under it is Palma and makes the grab. Although good solid contact by Fuentes. So unfortunately, a fly out to position 8 for out number 2.
Now batting the first baseman, number 9, Allison Garcia.
My scoreboard got stuck a little bit. Just wasn't taking my commands. I had to go back and reset it and bring it back up to where it's supposed to be. So bottom of the 3rd, 2 outs. And an 0-1 count on first baseman Ali Garcia. Oh, didn't watch that one. Started swinging and swung under it. No contact. So strike number 2. She can give it a ride. She walked and scored her last time up. That misses high and away for ball 1. A 1-2 count, 2 outs, nobody on. Hobbs wanting to get something started here. They've got 2 runs on. They'd like to add to it. Need some insurance runs. Pad that lead a bit if they can. Oh, that was a little bit low. Garcia let that one go. I agree it was a ball, but it was pretty close. And it's always a little scary when you got 2 strikes on you and something's that close. There's a high pop fly shading over and going over to get it. Got to give credit where credit's due. Madrid over in right field had to get on her horse and play just a little bit of the wind and make a grab and rob Garcia of more time at the bat. So a foul pop out. Pop up to position number 9 for out number 3. And Lady Eagles go 1, 2, 3. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. So we're going to go to the top of the 4th inning. Lady Eagles in the lead, 2-0. We'll be back with more Lady Eagles softball action right here.
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby! Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what you get at Bel Air Bowl, the only place to bowl for nearly 100 miles around. You can grab a snack and bowl, play pool, or even video arcade. They're the perfect place for a birthday party. Bel Air Bowl has got you covered and can make it happen. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They're located behind the Bel Air Shopping Center. Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Welcome to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball as first batter up for Carlsbad in the top of the 4th inning. It was the top of the lineup with Alexis Nieto, and she showed bunt right away on the first pitch she saw, and she laid a good one down. Now, there was nothing wrong with the fielding or the throw. It's just that she was quick enough to beat it out. So an infield bunt single has Nieto on first, and number 1, Brooklyn Palma, the center fielder, up to the plate. No outs, a runner on first. Palma hit a fly out to right field her first time up. She fouls that one back to the screen for strike number 2. So no outs, a runner on first. 0-2 count on Palma. Reyes is on deck. Chester in the hole for Carlsbad. That's a little high and outside for ball 1. That's okay. Jackson has some balls to give on this batter. Ralston comes out threatening to throw. Nieto doesn't move. Swing and a hard grounder. It's knocked down, but Zambrano can't hang on to it, and I hate it, but I'm going to have to write an E. That was a hard hit ball, but she got a glove on it, knocked it down. And So an E4 puts Palma on, and that moves Nieto over, and there are no outs. Runners at first and second. The potential go-ahead run is at the plate. Mary Reyes, your second baseman for the Cavegirls, struck out her first time up. Now sharply fouls off the first pitch she sees over above the Hobbs dugout. So 0-1 count. Carlsbad didn't have any offensive production their first time through the lineup. Second time through, they're starting to get more contact. There's a hard grounder, a throw over to third to get the force, and nicely done. Fuentes makes the stop and throws it over to Valenzuela to get the lead runner. Reyes reaches on the fielder's choice, so she's on fourth. Nieto is thrown out at third. 6-5 for out number one. And there's a foul over to the Carlsbad dugout. That is Michaela Chester, your left fielder, to the plate. So 1 out, an 0-1 count on Chester. Runners at first and second for Carlsbad. High fly out of play off to the right for strike number 2. Again, Carlsbad starting to get more contact. Some of it is foul, some of it is weak, some of it is solid. Second time through the lineup, they're doing a little better. There's a line drive shot out to right field. Mariah Zambrano makes a nice stop and then throws it in. It's going to be just a single for Reyes, but it does move everybody around and it loads the bases. Palma at third, Reyes at second, Chester at first. 1 out, bases loaded. It would be a nice time for a double play if they could get Katrina Ortega, the pitcher, to hit it in field somewhere. Oh no, there's a solid shot out to center field, and the throw is made to second, but it will score a run. A line drive shot out to Jimenez, who makes the grab. So Chester is out on a line drive to center field, position 8 for out number 2, but it's a sac fly, RBI. So Carlsbad is on the board. Palma comes in. Reyes at second. And Chester, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Infield bunt, the throw out. Palma crossed. And number 17 to the plate. So Ortega. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Hobbs traded an out for a run. And another foul by number 17, Emery Bland, your third baseman. Count on her is 2-2. 2 outs, runners at first and second. A 2-1 ball game here. Hobbs would like to get this out without giving up another run and try to keep a 1-run lead instead of having it tied up in brand new ball game. A change up as Jackson took a little speed off, but it floats a little high and Bland does not offer. So now count is full, 3-2. Full count, bases not loaded. First and second occupied. Oh, a little line drive shot right to Ali Garcia at first, and just like that, Hobbs is out of trouble. So nice, a line drive to position 3 for out number 3. And Hobbs does give up a run. They do that on just 2 hits. Actually, the 1 hit, there was an error, a fielder's choice, a line drive fly, the sac fly out, the line drive, yep. No errors committed, and 2 left on base. 2-1, your score. Hobbs still leading, and they're coming up to the plate. Try to increase that lead. We'll have more Hobbs Lady Eagle softball coming up.
Ride you like, we'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. Here we go, bottom of the fourth inning, and the first pitch that is thrown to Sanaya Jackson. Your pitcher is popped up to the second baseman. Reyes comes under it, calls it, makes the grab, and one pitch, one out. Jackson gave it a try. And a pop fly to position 4 in the books for out number 1. Brings up Addison Ralston. So 1 out. Ralston hits the first pitch she sees. It's a slow roller to first base, but Reitner has time to go retrieve it and hit the bag. So 3 unassisted in the books. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Ouch. Hobbs really needs to launch a 2-out rally here, try to increase their lead. They've got a 1-run lead against the Cavegirls, and number 14, Marina Valenzuela, third baseman, up to the plate. She reached on an hit. She was hit by pitch and got stranded. Her only other plate appearance here. And the first pitch is in. It's a call strike. So 2 outs, nobody on. 0-1 counts on Valenzuela. Hobbs needs base runners, and they need a timeout called. I guess the batter, Valenzuela, called for timeout, granted by the home plate ump with an 0-1 count. And that's misses low and inside for ball 1, evens it up, 1-1. Lady Eagles coming into this game 12-6 overall, 4-0 in district. That misses low and inside for ball 2. In fact, it hit the dirt. No dirt to be had. This is an artificial surface. Nice field. Only the swing and a foul off the screen. 2-2 the count on Valenzuela. Sharply hit. It was a fastball as Ortega, after a bit of a changeup on speed, came back with that fastball breaking over the outside corner. And with 2 strikes, Hobbs batters beware. Watch for the outside, the breaking ball in the outside corner. And that was not. It was low and inside to run the count full. Full count, 2 outs, nobody on. Valenzuela looking to launch a 2-out rally for Hobbs, leading 2-1 right now, and that misses low. So Valenzuela works the walk. She gets on, and that brings up Mariah Jimenez, center fielder, to the plate. She struck out her only other plate appearance, went down looking. There have been 2 strikeouts by Ortega, and both of the batters went down looking. And both of them were victims of that ball on the outside corner. So 2 outs, a runner at first. 1-0 count, fouled off to the screen to even things up on Jimenez, 1-1. Hobbs has the same district record as Carlsbad. They each come into this 4-0. So that's why this is an important doubleheader, a big showdown of the 1A, 1B teams here in District 4-5A. Uh-oh, shows a bunt. Did she pull it back? I guess she did, and the ball was a ball. So 2-1 count. 2-1. If I can get the sometimes I score bug. Not cooperating. So 2-1 count. Umpire says something to the batter, Jimenez. Don't know what. And that misses low for ball 3, 3-1 count. I don't know if he was cautioning her about something, just telling her maybe she asked what the count was. Maybe there were a lot of things that could have been. We don't know. Miss and a walk. Now runners at first and second. Back-to-back walks issued by Ortega. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Now, number 4, Abby Zambrano, your second baseman, up to the plate, hitting in the 9th slot. She hit a high pop fly to the second baseman her first time up. A chopper to the shortstop is trouble. Madrano flubs it, then turns and makes a throw that's that misses home plate. So that's going to score 1 as Valenzuela comes in and Jimenez makes it over to third, and Zambrano is able to make it to second on that throw to home. She reaches on an E6, but it brings a run home, and now Hobbs is up 3-1, and runners at second and third, and we go back up to the top of the lineup. Sol Rangel, your left fielder, to the plate. She grounded out her last time up, walked and scored her first time, so she's over 1. That's going to miss high and outside for ball 1. So 1-0. So once again, Hobbs has scored without a hit so far, and that is going to be fouled off out of play to the right for strike 1. 1-1 the count on Rangel. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Hobbs would like to keep the line moving here. They would like to go ahead and bring some more insurance runs in. They're back in the lead by 2 now. 3-1 is your score here in the bottom of the 4th inning of the first game of a doubleheader, and that is going to miss outside for ball number 2. Umpire give it a careful look. Ortega behind the plate tried to frame that up. Was a little disappointed she was that it wasn't called a strike. I think it was a ball. That misses. In fact, that is a wild pitch. It hits behind the plate and will score 1 as it gets away. It hits. I think it either hit Kendra or the ump, or maybe both of them, and scores 1. It is a wild pitch. Then Jimenez from third. And it moves Abby Zambrano to third. And Rangel still at the plate with a 3-1 count on her. Oh, and that's going to hit Rangel. As she moves, kind of turns into it. It's going to hit her back and put her on first. Now runners at the corners. That is the second hit by pitch. That is walk number 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 walks, 2 hit by pitches, 2 strikeouts for Ortega in the circle. First batter, or next batter up is Mariah Zambrano, right fielder. First pitch, a strike. 0-1 count, 2 outs, runners at the corners. Hobbs has plated 2 unearned runs in this at-bat, and your score is 4-1. Bottom of the 4th inning here. First of a doubleheader. Both teams coming in 4-0 in district, looking to make a statement, assert some supremacy. There's a snap throw down to second base, and even though it kind of Reyes, second baseman, the throw was a little bit off. Reyes, the second baseman, I think it was really designed to try to provoke a squeeze play at home, but runners stay put. 1-1 is the count. 1-1 is the count on Zambrano. Runners at second and third now. That's going to be a call strike, yes, on the outside corner. I agree. 1 and 2 count. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Hobbs would like to plate some more, and that's going to be a call strike on the outside corner. And Zambrano goes down looking. I'm telling you, that is it's just to be expected. And Hobbs batters beware on this, as I think that could have gone either way. That was a close call. It was a third out, third strikeout, and every one of those strikeouts, the Hobbs batter has gone down looking. And the culprit is that breaking ball in the outside corner. But Hobbs did get a couple of runs across, and they go up 4-3. Or 4-1, however, 3 runs ahead of Carlsbad, who come to the plate, top of the 5th inning, and we'll be back with it right here on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank, with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Hobbs plated 2 runs on no hits. There was 1 error committed, 2 left on base. So we go to the top of the 5th inning. Carlsbad Cavegirls up to the plate, and it is 7-8-9 due up. Reitner, Madrid, Ortega. First pitch hit on a weak roller. Jackson picks it up, takes too long. Probably. That was a slow roll. That was a hard. That's a very hard one to get to. For a catcher, it's a long time coming up out of the crouch to try to get that. For a pitcher in the circle, when you're coming in like that and it's rolling that slow, you want to reach down and barehand it and make the throw. If it's rolling, if it's almost stopped like it was, you waste time picking it in, getting it in your glove, and then picking it out of your glove. And sometimes that instance, that little part of a second, is going to be the difference between out and safe. As it was, there was no error. It was fielded just fine. There was no error. It's an infield single. That one again is going to be a little slow roller down the third base line, and coming in on it, Valenzuela made the grab, made a bullet of a throw. Ali Garcia reached up to handle it. Again, fielded very well, but speedy runners. Took too long for both of those plays to develop to be able to get the out. So 2 back-to-back infield singles, no errors. And the first pitch is hit, and it'll be an out at first. It does move the runners, but 3 unassisted. As infield single, and Ortega with 3 unassisted, 1 out. It does move the runners over to second and third, and brings up top of the order now. 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th inning, 1 out, runners at second and third. Carlsbad trying to piece together a couple of runs here. Shows bunt, and that one goes foul for strike 1. So Nieto with an 0-1 count. She had an infield bunt single her last time up at bat. She laid down a nice bunt and beat out the throw. She was looking to repeat that here. She struck out her first time at the plate, so she's 1 for 2. Again, that rolls foul. So 0-2 on Nieto now. As Carlsbad looking to trade an out for a run or 2. Maybe try to force Hobbs into a throwing error, fielding error. That's going to miss high and outside for ball 1. So 1-2 the count. And that misses a little high and inside for ball 2. So 2-2 the count now. Oh, 3-2. I missed one somewhere. All right, count's full. Count is full. First base is open. Ooh, a swing and a hit and a double. What's it going to be, a double play? No. Yeah, it is a double play as they catch and burn her down. A triple play. Wow. Wow. Triple play. Amazing. Wow. Look at that. That was remarkable. You don't see that very often. Yeah. Wow. As a double play. Well, not a triple play. It was a double play because it was a bouncer. You know, when I looked up, I thought that was a little line drive shot, but it bounced into the circle. And Jackson kept her head about her, knew just what to do. She turned around, threw over to third to start a rundown to get the runner at home plate thrown out. And then the throw over to third also got that runner out. So very nicely done. A double play, not a triple, but a double. There was one out already. And had that been a little line drive shot back to the circle like I first thought when I looked up, then and had there been no outs, that would have been a triple. That would have been something. But a double play nicely turned. And Hobbs gets out of a jam after a couple of infield singles. As Carlsbad playing small ball, just trying to piece together some base runners and get them up and around. So nicely done. Nicely done. I'm going to have to work on how I get my book all set up. 3 up, 3 down, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on. Very cool. Very nice. Actually won. Nieto actually reached on the fielder's choice. All the other action was over here on the left side of the field. So Nieto actually reached on the fielder's choice. So it becomes 1 left on base. All right, now I've got everything settled and done in the book. And now we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hobbs leading 4-1. They'd like to add to that. Bottom of the 5th. After 3 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Fresh start here. Fuentes, Garcia, Jackson. Oh, there's a little bouncer over to third base. Do they call it foul? I think they do. So, just becomes a strike. So, number 5, Jackie Fuentes, shortstop. Had a fly out her last time up, a ground out her first time. She's 0 for 2 and 2. 1-1 count on her. First batter up in this bottom of the 5th. Hobbs leading 4-1 in the first of a doubleheader against Carlsbad. A swing and a foul for strike 2. 1-2. Fuentes, Garcia, Jackson due up. All right, out number 1.
Now batting the first baseman, number 9, Allison Garcia.
That's a call strike on the outside corner. Allie Garcia, let's see, she had a foul pop to right field her last time up, walked and scored on a wild pitch her first time up. So 0-1 count, 1 out. Oh, a little weak pop is going to drop in. That's trouble. That's what you want to see if you're a batter for Hobbs. You want to see that kind of a little bloop infield single because it's trouble. It's behind the pitcher's head. She can't go back for it. It's too far up by the time the second baseman got to it. And again, no foul. I mean, no error. But by the time she got to it to make the play, this very speedy Fuentes was on first already. So a bloop infield single
10, Sanaya Jackson.
has Hobbs in business. With 1 out, 1 on. And Sanaya Jackson, your pitcher for Hobbs, to the plate with a 1-1 count on Jackson. 1-1. Garcia on first. The little bloop infield single. Oh, and a little check, sort of a check, swing as that ball ran very inside on Jackson. And in the process of sort of scooting back, she also chopped at the ball and broke her wrist, rolled her wrist. She calls for timeout. 1-2 is the count on her. 1 out, 1 on. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a hit back to the circle. The throw to second base gets the lead runner, but they do not have it in time to get the speedy Jackson to turn the double. So Jackson reaches on a fielder's choice, and they throw Garcia out at second. 1, 2, 4. For out number 2. So 2 outs. Runner at first. First pitch in, a call strike on Addison Ralston. Thrown out by the first baseman her last time up and grounded out to the second baseman her first time up. She's 0 for 2 and due. That one is low for ball 1. So 1-1 the count on Ralston. If she finds her way on, Valenzuela is on deck. Jimenez in the hole. Ralston would like to find something she can lace into, bring that runner around, maybe in. Little chopper headed to second base, picked up, the toss made, and 4-3 in the books for out number 3. Hobbs threatens but comes up empty with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We're going to go to the top of the 6th inning. Hobbs leading this one 4-1, and the Cavegirls coming to the plate. We'll have more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on the way.
NMJC, success through learning. My future's looking brighter. My life's an open door. New Mexico Junior College gave me the chance I was looking for. Affordable education designed to fit my needs. Now every day is filled with opportunity. NMJC, success through learning.
At nmjc.edu.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. Top of the 6th inning. Carlsbad coming to the plate. And they trail 4-1. It will be, let's see, 2, 3, and 4 due up. Palma, Reyes, Chester. First pitch is sharply fouled out of play off to the left for strike 1. And make sure that I've got this right. I can see her number. Is that? Or is this, is that Ortega? Should have this right. That is number 2. That is, no, that's number 1. I've got it. Yeah, I've got it right. Yeah, that is Brooklyn Palma. So 2, 3, and 4, just like I said, Palma, Reyes, Chester. 0-2 count. A little grounder. Zambrano picks it up and throws over to Garcia for out number 1. Palma goes down 4-3, position 4-3 in the books for out number 1. And that brings up Reyes to the plate. So top of the 6th, 1 out now. Let's see, Reyes reached on a fielder's choice and got stranded and then struck out her 2 plate appearances. Ooh, that's going to miss low and outside. Nobody on base, so no problems. Pass ball gets away from Ralston. Or wild pitch, rather, because it hit the dirt, so not a pass ball. Wild pitch. 1-0 the count. Ooh, nice pitch, but Just a little low, I guess. I think it hit the outside corner, but low. Ball 2, 2-0. Ooh, inside corner, call strike. Yes, I'm glad he called that because I was looking at that strike all the way. So 2-1, nice pitch. Good job. And Jackson doesn't go to that inside corner just a lot, but that was effective. And it pitched almost just like it. Fouled off for strike 2 by Reyes. 2-2 now. And swing and, swing. And the ball is thrown down to first just in case you got a piece of it. Strike out. Reyes goes down swinging. That is the 4th strikeout, I believe, by Jackson. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4 strikeouts. First pitch is swung on and hit. It's a shallow, beautiful diving catch by Jimenez in center field as a tough ball. She comes in on it and lays her body out, reaches for it, makes the grab, keeps it in her glove. Beautiful highlight reel catch as Chester was robbed as what looked like a little Texas leaguer was going to drop in there. Jimenez did a nice job on that. So a fly out to center field for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Hobbs is leading 4-1. We'll be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagle softball on the way.
For all your grocery specials, shop Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs. The best deals in fresh produce, fresh meat and vegetables, frozen and dairy, health and beauty, and so much more. With the friendliest and most knowledgeable staff, Thriftway and La Tienda. For all your grocery specials, come on down to La Tienda, 400 East Marland, and Thriftway, 1317 North Turner in Hobbs. Best of luck, Eagles, from all of your friends at Thriftway and La Tienda grocery stores.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan. Here we are in the top of the 6th inning. Cavegirls coming up to the plate, 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order for them.
The third baseman, number 14, Marina Valenzuela.
I said the Cavegirls, Hobbs, obviously. Bottom of the 6th inning is Hobbs Lady Eagles coming to the plate, not the Cavegirls, but it is Valenzuela, Jimenez, Zambrano. 7, 8, 9 due up. And the first pitch is going to be a strike. Jimenez on deck, Zambrano in the hole. Ooh, a swing and a little grounder headed to second base. Reyes is able to come up on that, make the grab, the toss over to first to Reitner. So 4-3 in the books for out number 1, Jimenez to the plate. Jimenez walked and scored her last time up, scored on a wild pitch, struck out her first time, hit right back to the circle. Katrina Ortega picks that up, turns and tosses over to first base. That'll be Ortega to Reitner, 1-3 in the books. Just a couple of pitches pitched and 2 outs. Hobbs really wanting to increase their lead here. They are leading 4-1 now. First pitch hit out, going to be a shallow hit, and there's another highlight reel catch, a diving catch by Palma in center field, robs Zambrano of a hit. So tit for tat, a little softball karma. Oh yeah, you can do that. I can do that too. As Abby Zambrano, unfortunately, becomes out number 3, a fly out to position 8, 3 up, 3 down. I think that was 4 pitches maybe. I think it was 1, 2, 3. I think that was 4 pitches, 3 outs That's crazy. It happens sometimes. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. So we go to the top of the 7th inning. Last at bat for Carlsbad. They've got a plate 3 to tie it, 4 to force an at bat for Hobbs. Oh, we will see. Hobbs wants to get them out as quickly as they can and try to go ahead and put this one in the books as a W and move on to the second game tonight. We'll go to the top of the 7th inning. And there will be a teacher appreciation night as well between games 1 and 2 of this doubleheader. So that's always a treat. And what I will do is, even though I'm going to leave the booth and go downstairs for a break, I will leave. It's kind of dangerous because I run into maybe catching talk and that bleeds over onto the air. But I'll go ahead and leave. The camera, of course, will run, and I'll go ahead and leave the mic up. And just hope that nothing bad is said by anybody anywhere and picked up by the mic. All right, top of the 7th inning, it is 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Cavegirls. Katrina Ortega, followed by Bland, and then Reitner. Pitch is going to be a little weak roller that goes foul down the third base line for strike number 2. Almost sound like a broken bat. It's not possible. Those are composites out there, but had that broken bat sound to it. 0-2. Fouled off out of play. Count remains 0-2 under Katrina Ortega, your starting pitcher in the circle for Carlsbad. Let's see. She had a sac fly RBI, or did she? Yes, sac fly RBI her last time up, and a fly out to right field her first time up. So she's 0 for 2. Swing and a high fly ball headed out to right field. Moving back a couple of paces, Mariah Zambrano makes the catch and keeps it for out number 1. High fly out to position 9 in the books. Out number 1, and now Carlsbad down to their final 2 outs to try to at least tie it. That's a little bloop. Line drive, a weak line drive to Abby Zambrano. Abby, no problem, moves over and gets that. So a little fly out to position 4 for out number 2. And I think that was only the 4th pitch pitched in this at-bat. That brings up Anaya Reitner. Reitner, the first baseman. First pitch is going to be a ball. So 2 outs, nobody on, a 1-0 count. Let's see, Reitner had an infield single and got put out as part of a double play her last time up. And that is going to do it. All right, very nice game. Nicely played for Hobbs. So Hobbs wins it 4-1. And the first of the doubleheader tonight, and they go up 5-0 in district. That's very important, and they're going to try to sweep Carlsbad in this doubleheader. We'll have a break between games. It's going to be Teachers Appreciation Night first, and then there will be a break, and then the second of the doubleheader game will be played. Coming up, again, a 4-1 victory for Hobbs in this one. They win it. Congratulations to Coach Anthony Boyle, his staff, and the girls, the Lady Eagles. They improved to 13-6 with this. They go up to 5-0 in district. And we'll be back with that second game coming up in just a few minutes. I'll take a break. Lady Eagle softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. ceremony, so they can hear you announce that. But I won't be able to. I'm going to leave. I'm going to go downstairs, and so I just letting you know I won't be able to turn it down or anything. I just want to give you fair warning, okay? I trust you guys aren't going to say anything bad.
Well, remember when they did that? I think it was last year or 2 years ago. Cruises, remember? When they mixed up your feeds.
Oh, okay.
And you were on, and you didn't think you were on.
Right.
And you were going, well, I don't know if I'm on or not. Let me just go as I'm on. That was pretty funny.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch you. Yeah, you always have to figure it in your mind. You don't know for sure.
Yes.
When in doubt, it's your.
Yeah, I've heard Ty's group a few things, so.
You know, I'll be back.
Okay, let's go, sports fans. Looks like they're handing out gift baskets. Any candy? All right, we look like we're ready to go on the field. Give me a little wave there, and I can get it started. We will be waiting, yes. Are we ready now? Mrs. Cassis, can I start talking? All right, it looks like we're ready to go, correct? I see a thumbs up. First off, we have Mariah Zambrano. Her teacher is Mrs. Moon. We have Mariah Jimenez. Her teacher is Mrs. Jimenez. We have Abby Zambrano, honoring Coach Carpenter. Jackie Fuentes, honoring Mrs. Fuentes. Angelica Sanchez, honoring Coach Eros. Anaya Rodriguez, honoring Miss Calloway. Andy Arnold, honoring Dr. Ong. Allison Garcia, honoring Mrs. Cassis. Sanaya Jackson, honoring Mrs. Grijalba. Sol Rongel, honoring Coach Schaefer. Mariana Valenzuela, honoring Coach Hernandez. Addison Ralston, honoring Coach Schaefer. Cadence Navares, honoring
Coach Carpenter. Marissa Sigala honoring Coach Rotuno. Anali Ornales honoring Mrs. Reynosa. And Bella Sigala honoring Mrs. Contreras. Let's give all these fine ball players and excellent teachers a round of applause. Thank you very much, and let's get on to game two.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles Softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. Here we are getting the second of a doubleheader underway. I'll go back and I'll back up and give you the line scores on the first game here in just a moment. But your first batter, number 5, Addie Smith, playing second base in this game with a with out number 1. And that brings up number 1, Brooklyn Palma, the center fielder, to the plate. She swings at the first pitch she sees. It's fouled off for strike number 1. So 1 out, nobody on, 0-1 count. Ortega, that's Katrina Ortega on deck, and Chester in the hole. That's going to be a call strike on the left-handed Palma. Made a spectacular play of catch out in center field for Carlsbad in that first game. That's going to be fouled off out of play. Count remains 0-2. Your Carlsbad scored 1 run on 4 hits. They committed 2 errors. They left 3 on base. Hobbs scored 4 runs on 1 hit, committed no errors, and left 5 on base. Your winning pitcher, Sanaya Jackson, had 4 strikeouts, no walks, no hit by pitches. And Katrina Ortega took the loss in the circle with 3 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 2 hit by pitches. There were no home runs inside or outside of the park in that first game, but there was a double play. Hobbs turned a double play in the top of the 5th inning. Nicely turned, and a couple of spectacular catches. That's a high fly ball headed out to left field. Rangel comes under it, makes the grab. A high fly ball as Palma gave it a ride and a try, but a nice catch out in left field by Rangel for out number 2. That brings up number 2, Katrina Ortega, shortstop in this game. She pitched the first one. Number 3 in the lineup. Chester on deck, Reitner in the hole, and the first pitch is going to come in. It's a ball. So here we go, 2 outs, nobody on. Ortega at the plate. Oh, there's a line drive, a grounder, not a line drive, but a hot grounder straight up the middle. Shading over just to the shortstop side of the field, but not gettable by anybody. A solid single puts Ortega on base and gives Carlsbad the possibility of a 2-out rally here. Chester, third baseman, to the plate. Reitner, the first baseman, on deck. And Bland in the hole. First pitch is in. It's a strike. So 2 outs, a runner on first. 0-1 count on Chester. Reitner on deck, Bland in the hole. That's Dacia Nieto batting 7th. Ali Madrid in left field batting 8th. Serenity Medrano, designated player, batting 9th. And then we're back up top of the order. Number 14, Kendra Ortega, the catcher, is the flex player in this lineup, Carlsbad's lineup in this game. And that floats in. That's going to even the count up 1-1 with 2 outs and a runner on first. Solid single by Ortega. Swing and a weak grounder headed to third. Valenzuela comes across, makes the grab, makes the throw, pulls Garcia off momentarily, but she steps back on the bag, and nicely done. 5-3. Valenzuela had to come across the field and throw on the run on that. And Garcia doing a nice job at first. 5-3 in the books for out number 3. 4 up, 3 down. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. So we go to the bottom of the first. Hobbs Lady Eagles coming up to the bat. And let's go ahead and let's hear one message from our sponsors. And then we'll be back with more Hobbs at Lady Eagle Softball.
Congratulations, students and student athletes of Lee County. R360 congratulates all Jow, Eunice, Hobbs, Lovington, Tatum, and the surrounding high schools, and wishes the best of luck to our student athletes competing this week in state playoffs. Right now is more important than ever to recognize positive achievements in our communities. Join R360 in saluting our amazing Lee County students. This community message is brought to you by R360.
Welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles Softball. And the Lady Eagles come to the plate, bottom of the first inning. And batting first will be number 11, Saul Rangel in left field. Batting second is number 2, Mariah Zambrano in right field. Batting third is number 5, Jackie Fuentes at shortstop. Batting fourth is number 9, Ali Garcia at first. Batting fifth is number 10, Sanaya Jackson in the circle. Starting again, she's pitching, at least starting this game, pitching back-to-back games. Did a nice job for Hobbs in the first. And batting sixth is number 14, Marina Valenzuela at third. Batting seventh is number 13, Addison Ralston catching. She caught the first game as well. Number 8, batting eighth, that is number 3, Mariah Jimenez in center. Batting ninth is number 4, Abby Zambrano at second base. Your bench or reserve players are number 18, Carissa Segala. Number 7, Anaya Rodriguez. Number 6, Angelica Sanchez. Number 20, Anali Ornelas. And number 17, Cadence Navarez. All right, so Bland is the starting pitcher for this game for the Cavegirls. She played third base in the first game. Kendra Ortega behind the plate, again catching this second game. So Reitner at first, Smith at second, Katrina Ortega at short, Chester at third, Madrid in left, Palma in center, and Daisha Nieto in right field. Your battery, Bland, Ortega for the Cavegirls. And Saul Rangel steps in. First pitch is a ball. Bottom of the first, no score in this one yet. Hobbs would like to change that right here, and that comes in quickly, but inside and low for ball number 2. Zambrano on deck, Fuentes in the hole for Hobbs. By the way, your bench players or reserve players for the Cavegirls, number 7, Addie Villejas, that's a foul out of play off to the right for strike. Number 7, Addie Vallejos. Number 12, Gracie Meacham. Number 3, Mari Reyes. Number 16, Amaris Martinez. Number 13, Alexis Nieto. That's going to miss inside. So the count even 1, or actually 3-1. My bad. 3-1 on Zambrano. Looking to find her way on, get something started for Hobbs. That is Rangel, not Zambrano. There's a chopper out to the circle. Bland reaches up, grabs it. 1-3 in the books. Throws it over to first for 1 out. 1-3, 1 out. That brings up Mariah Zambrano to the plate. Fuentes on deck, Garcia in the hole.
Now batting the right fielder, number 2, Mariah Zambrano.
Swing and a miss, a big cut, a rising fastball by Bland. Zambrano with an 0-1 count. So 1 out. There's a chopper. This one goes to second base. Smith makes the grab, throws over to Reitner. 4-3 in the books, and out number 2. I suspect Hobbs is going to be, the coaches are going to be looking at what the Hobbs hitters are doing against this pitcher. And so far, it could be the way that they're striking at the ball. But 2 choppers, 2 grounders, choppy grounders in a row. Interesting. First pitch is going to be a ball on Fuentes. So 2 outs, 1-0 count. 2 outs, 1-0. Ooh, that is going to miss low and inside for ball number 2. So 2-0 the count. Bland works pretty quickly. Once she gets on the rubber, she doesn't take much time. She's got a full windup and moves that ball pretty quickly, whips it around. That glove kind of stays there by her hip, so that ball might be just a little difficult to pick up. That hits the outside corner. Yep, call, strike. This is a different ump. The umpires change positions. It's a 2-ump crew. So now the ump who was out in the field at first and third base, there's a hit back to the circle. Bland picks it up and tosses it over to Reitner. 1-3, and just like that, Hobbs goes down. 1-2-3, 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. So moving quickly through this one. 1 complete inning, no score. We'll be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball coming up.
Did you know LECO offers fiber internet to your home and business? LECO is the only local fiber internet company. This means a personal touch for local customers. Keep your internet with a local company. You won't be disappointed. LECO, keeping you connected and in control since 1954. LECO, the only local fiber internet company. Call 370-5010. Keep your internet with a local company. You won't be disappointed. Call 370-5010. LECO, keeping you connected and in control since 1954.
SunGuard Precision is all about your truck and your home and making both look and feel amazing. SunGuard uses Lumar Window Tint, the top name in the game. For your truck, that means a cooler cap, UV protection, and a sleek custom look that turns heads. For your home, it's all about comfort blocking heat, reducing glare, and adding privacy without losing your view. SunGuard Precision brings style, protection, and performance on the road and at home. Call or look up SunGuard Precision in names and numbers. SunGuard Precision, your tinting pros.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. With the loss in that first game, the Cavegirls moved to 9-10 on the season, 4-1 in district. Next up for them, they'll be home against Clovis on Friday, this Friday. Hit by pitch. First batter up, number 18, Anaya Reitner, the first baseman. So she takes first base. That brings up Emery Bland. Pitching in this one. First pitch is hit, and Fuentes at short makes the grab, thinks about the throw into second, but knows she didn't have a play there. So in the nick of time, threw to first, made a nice throw, and got Bland out at the plate. But it did move Reitner over to second, actually. So Bland is out 6-3 for the first out. And Daisha Nieto, the right fielder, up to the plate. She did not play in that first game. This is her first plate appearance, of course. Batting in that 7th slot. 1 out, 1 on, and an 0-1 count. Hits that one, a little chopper over to second base. Abby Zambrano picks it up, tosses to Garcia for the second out. It does move Reitner over to third. So Nieto is out 4-3 in the books for out number 2. Runner on third. And Ali Madrid, your left fielder, up to the plate, batting in the 8th slot. That hits the inside corner. Call, strike 1. Nice pitch by Jackson. She had 4 strikeouts, no walks, no hit by pitches in that first game. Threw a complete one. That's going to miss just a bit outside. 1-1 count. 2 outs, a runner on third. No score in this one. Hobbs would like to get this third out without giving up a run. If Madrid reaches, Madrano's on deck, and then top of the order, Smith. So 1-1 is the count. Now 2-1. 2-1 on Madrid. Swing and a foul pop. Oh, just far enough over that nobody could get it, although good hustle by Garcia and Zambrano. First base and right fielder out there, both giving chase. Can't get there. But does become strike 2. So 2-2 the count. On Madrid, 2 outs, a runner on third. Ooh, that didn't miss by much, but it is a little low and outside for ball 3. Full count. Hobbs with the win. Hobbs improved to 13-6 on the season, 5-0 in district. And next up, there's a little bloop pop over to second base. Abby Zambrano calls for it, makes the grab. So a little pop fly to position 4 in the books for out number 3. 4 up, 3 down. The hit by pitch didn't end up being costly at all. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Bottom of the second inning coming up we're scoreless. Hobbs would like to change that. They're coming to the plate, and we'll be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball action coming up.
Trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway.
For it, you got it. Introducing all-in pricing from TDS. Get ultra-powerful 1 gig internet for just $49.99 a month for 2 years. No gimmicks, no gotchas. Plus, no contract, free installation, and a powerful Wi-Fi router included. All in? Oh yeah. Visit hellotds.com today. Internet speeds are up to and not guaranteed. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
And welcome back. Lady Eagles softball and Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. And first pitch to Ali Garcia, swung on, fouled off to the screen for strike one. Bottom of the second inning, it is 4, 5, and 6 due up for Hobbs, Garcia, Jackson, Valenzuela. Heart of the order. A little low. Garcia with a good eye lets that go. Jackson, starting pitcher in this game as well as the first, is on deck, and Valenzuela in the hole. Let's see. Garcia in that first game. Let me look back at my book quickly and see. Garcia had a walk, fouled out, and a bloop infield single. So she was 1 for 2. She scored. She crossed the plate once for the ladies. There's a grounder headed to third, picked up by Chester and fired over to Reitner in time to get Garcia. So 5-3 in the books for out number 1. Sanaya Jackson got the win in the first game. Did a very nice, solid job for the Lady Eagles, and she also did pretty well at the bat. Let me look back and see what she did in the first game. Reached on an error and got stranded, and had a pop fly out and reached on a fielder's choice. Hobbs really didn't have much offensive production. They worked their runs off of errors and walks. And, I mean, they only had one true hit in that game in that first 4-1 victory over Carlsbad. But they took advantage of walks, hit by pitch batters, and errors. Carlsbad made a couple of fielding errors. They took advantage of all of that to get 4 runs across. But Carlsbad actually out-hit them in that first game. Carlsbad also committed more errors. So 1-2 count now on Jackson. With 1 out, nobody on. That's going to miss. Side for ball 2. Bland in the circle for Carlsbad in this one. She played third base in the first game. Kendra Ortega caught the first game. She's behind the plate again in this one. That missed. Little high and outside. Sanaya, she gave it a look. Looked hard on it, but it was a ball. So full count now. Catcher Ortega kind of left that up there, framed it up for the ump, but he did not buy that it was a strike. And fouls that one off to stay alive at the plate. Count remains full. Sanaya would like to get something rolling here. Some offensive production. Hobbs needs some. In this game, it's scoreless so far, and spoils another one. Staying alive at the plate. Valenzuela on deck, Ralston in the hole. There's a chopper headed to the circle. Now it goes by, headed to second base, and Sanaya Jackson's going to beat it out as there was no error there. It went by Bland. She tried to reach it down and pick it up. It might have screened Smith out slightly, and that delay might have cost her, but Smith picked it up, fielded it, came in, fielded it, and made the toss. It's just that Jackson beat it out. It was a kind of a slower speed ball. Took a while to develop, and an infield single for Jackson puts her on first. So 1 out, a runner at first. Valenzuela to the plate. Ralston on deck. Jimenez in the hole. Oh, shoot. I was reacting to my popcorn. My box of popcorn fell over. Some of that spilled out. I'm going to have to clean that up later. I'm going to chew a little bit of that out. High and inside for ball 1. I have to say, I've noticed this. This is the 3rd box of popcorn I've had. I've called a baseball game and had a popcorn at a softball game. And that's fouled off, out of play, off to the right. This is some of the best popcorn I've ever had in my life. It's excellent. I don't know what they're doing down there in the concession stand, but I hope they keep it up because it's great popcorn. That's better than movie popcorn. A lot of the movie popcorn I've had. And the other smells that come, I haven't had anything, even candy or drink anything from the concession stand this year, just the popcorn. But some really good smells come out of there. I don't know what kind of food they're cooking, but it smells I don't know if it's chili dogs, burritos, but good smells coming out from there. So if you want to watch some good baseball, good softball, Hobbs baseball boys are playing right now, right behind this field. And it's a beautiful evening, light winds, really lovely. So if you'd like to see some good baseball and softball, come on out, get some great food from the concession, and enjoy the evening. Oh, a hit. That's going to fall fair. Yes, by about a foot. Valenzuela paints that the outfield just fair. And a nice play out there, though. I tell you, Daisha Nieto chased that, gave chase on it, and played that off the wall and threw it in. Hobbs not able to score on it, but still nicely done. Valenzuela gets only the 2nd hit for Hobbs in this doubleheader so far. And there's a little pop bloop foul, but Carlsbad giving chase. Good hustle out there by Smith at 2nd, Reitner at 1st. Nieto coming in, trying to chase it down, just becomes a strike. I'm going to have to put my popcorn back down. No time to eat. Got to be talking and keeping the scorebook. There's a grounder, hits the glove, and then gets off. Katrina Ortega is able to pick it up and make the throw and get Ralston out, but Ralston gets an RBI out of it. It's a sac RBI for out number 2. It ends up being 6-3 in the books, but Jackson was able to score, or actually probably I think she had a courtesy runner for, I'm not sure. Valenzuela is over on 3rd. Valenzuela got on with that double. That Texas leaguer that hit about a foot inside the right field foul line. An infield single and a double, and now a wild pitch. Safe, has Valenzuela safe as she comes home. So Valenzuela scores. And now Hobbs is up by 2. 2 runs. 2 outs. A 2-1 count on Mariah Jimenez at the plate. No, that's Zambrano. That's right. Jimenez. No, that's Mariah Jimenez. That's right. I thought I had it wrong. I thought that was Abby Zambrano, but it is Mariah Jimenez. 3-1. A little chopper back to the circle. Bland picks it up and throws over to Reitner, and that ends Hobbs at bat. So Mariah Jimenez 1-3 in the books for the 3rd out, but not before Hobbs is able to put a couple of runs across. They do that. 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors committed, and nobody left on base. That's right. So we will be back with more Lady Eagles softball. They're leading this one 2-0 here. We go to the top of the third inning, and we'll have more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on the way.
Here's some good news. Master Plumbers is thanking their customers. Right now, you can have your drain cleared for $39. $39, and you pick the drain. You better hurry. This drain clearing promotion won't last long. Plus, free camera inspection. Drain clogged? No problem. Call the Master. 397-9385. Reminder, Master Plumbers will meet or beat any competitor's plumbing price.
Master Plumbers, call the master.
Attention mechanics, NMR Pipeline is hiring now. If you know your way around heavy equipment and you have your own tools, NMR Pipeline wants to talk to you. NMR is offering top pay based on experience and solid benefits, medical, dental, and vision. NMR Pipeline isn't looking for trainees. They're hiring real mechanics ready to turn wrenches and get the job done right. Apply now at 300 South Main in Eunice. NMR Pipeline, built on skills driven by hard work. NMR Pipeline is an equal opportunity employer.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. Crunching a little popcorn here. As we go to the top of the third inning, Cavegirls coming up to the plate. Hobbs was able to put together a couple of runs off of a couple of hits, an infield single by Jackson, and then a nice hit by Valenzuela. And then a wild pitch was helpful in bringing a run in for Hobbs. So 2-0 is your score. It's bottom of the lineup, 9, 1, and 2, with number 15, Serenity Medrano, to the plate. She's your designated player, batting only in this game so far. Ooh, call strike on the outside corner. Yes, he's been calling that both ways. And that is actually the first strikeout for Jackson in this game. Grounder over to Abby Zambrano at second. She shades over to play it, playing the bounce, nicely done, and then tossing to Garcia at first. So Smith on the first pitch that she saw, 4-3 in the books for out number 2, brings up Brooklyn Palma, the center fielder, to the plate. A strikeout and a hit by pitch so far in this game for Jackson after throwing a complete game. And there's a grounder habit to Abby Zambrano at second. Picks it up, fires over to Garcia as well. 4-3, back-to-back plays for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. 2-0 your score. Hobbs ladies are leading, and they'd like to add to that. They get a chance coming up to the bat. Bottom of the third coming up. Lady Eagle softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook.
When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation, electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway.
Listen up. You asked for it, you got it. Introducing all-in pricing from TDS. Get ultra-powerful 1 gig internet for just $49.99 a month for 2 years. No gimmicks, no gotchas. Plus, no contract, free installation, and a powerful Wi-Fi router included. All in? Oh yeah. Visit hellotds.com today. Internet speeds are up to and not guaranteed. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball as the second of a doubleheader. Hobbs won the first one 4-1. And here they are. They'd like to sweep Carlsbad and go up to 6-0 in district. If that were the case, they would take a decisive lead into district, and they might up their standings in State 4-5A. They're a top 10 team there right now, and I think they definitely deserve to be there. It is top of the order. No, it is Abby Zambrano, bottom of the order. 9, 1, and 2 due up for Hobbs. Abby Zambrano first up to the plate. This is her first plate appearance in this game. Whoa, she takes an inside pitch and smokes it foul down the third base line. So 2 strikes on her now, though. And that's going to miss low and outside for ball 1. 1-2 the count. Bottom of the third. Nobody out, nobody on. 1-2 count. Ooh, and protecting the plate, she takes a swing at that, hits it off the end of the bat, and I think that was smart because that could have been called a strike. I mean, the outside corners have been definitely in play for both umps. A little change up. Bland floats it up, stays high, and Zambrano does not offer. 2-2. Ooh, oh yeah, call strike, as I just knew that was coming. Zambrano goes down looking.
Now batting the leadoff hitter, the left fielder, number 11, Sol Rangel.
And Sol Rangel steps up, hits the first pitch she sees, goes foul down the first base line for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on, 0-1 count. Sol Rangel to the plate, your left fielder. Mariah Zambrano on deck, and Jackie Fuentes in the hole. That's going to miss low and outside for ball 1. So 1-1 count, 1 out. Nobody on, 1-1. Hobbs up 2-0. They'd like to increase that lead here. Pad it. Swing and a little line drive is going to find its way past second base as Smith put a glove out but couldn't get it in time. And a nice little line drive shot is a single for Sol Rangel as Hobbs in business. Mariah Zambrano to the plate.
Now batting the right fielder, number 2, Mariah Zambrano.
She shows bunt and doesn't kill the ball. In fact, pops it up over toward the Hobbs dugout for strike 1. You got to hit that. Easier said than done. Boy, bunting is an art, I tell you, and it's difficult to do. You got to practice a lot to be a good, reliable bunter. And throw down to second. Are they going to get her? Yeah, they burn her down. Wow. It looked like she slid past the tag, but the ump right there, are they going to appeal that? Yeah, coach is going to appeal that. Looked to me like she slid around the tag. And Coach Boyle is arguing the same thing. And I think he's got a point. Nope, the call stands, so they send Rangel. That's a shame. It wastes Rangel's solid hit. She's thrown out 2-6. There's a ball that comes in from the probably the JV field over there. So 2 outs after they burn Rangel at second. Zambrano at the plate. Now Hobbs has to start all over again. That's going to hit the outside corner for a call strike. Oh, yeah. Based on this umpire's strike zone and what he's calling, he's been pretty consistent about that. Now that misses. There's a ball, 1-2. One and two, 2 outs, nobody on now. Hobbs had a promising start there. Even with, I have to say, that was a good throw by Ortega. Even with the bunt screen down, Ortega was able to take that ball and make that play, make that throw to second. Then Zambrano spoils that one off out of play off to the right, staying alive at the plate. Full count on her now. 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Trying to launch a 2-out rally. Hobbs in the lead, 2-0, and that's high for ball 4. And Zambrano walks, and now Hobbs is back in business with 2 outs, a runner on first. Jackie Fuentes, shortstop, up to the plate.
Shortstop, number 5, Jackie Fuentes.
She grounded out to the pitcher her first time up, second plate appearance, and that hits the outside corner for a call, strike 1. As a pitcher and a catcher and anybody else, sometimes you don't agree with calls by umps, but if they're consistent, if they have a zone and this ump is a lot more forgiving on the outside corner than he is on the inside corner for right-handed batters. There's a little bloop over to second base. Smith picks it up and fires over to first, though. 4-3 for out number 3. If they're consistent and you know what their zone is as a pitcher and a catcher and as a batter, then that's what you roll with. You can argue that something isn't a ball or a strike all day long, but if he calls that way or she calls that way consistently, then as a batter, you're going to have to swing it at what's going to get called a strike, or you're going to have to let what's going to be called a ball alone. And if it's close and you got 2 strikes on you, you got to protect the plate. So it kind of becomes, the point is moot as to, okay, if the ump calls it the same way, the same ball, for both pitchers, especially if he's consistent and he's calling it, then you don't really have a complaint, and you know what to expect as a pitcher, as a catcher, as a batter, and you just got to roll with it. So 3 outs. Hobbs tried, but came up short. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. So score remains 2-0, and we go to the top of the 4th inning, and it is 3, 4, and 5 due up for Carlsbad. And 2-0 your score. Hobbs leading. It's Ortega, Chester, Reitner due up. Ortega hit a single and got stranded. Her first plate appearance. This is her second time up. She's hits a foul ball for strike 1 there. One and 1 count. Hobbs would like to get 3 outs efficiently. There's a high fly ball out of play for strike number 2. 1 and 2 count. Ooh, a line drive shot is going to hit the wall out between center and left field, get picked up by Rangel and thrown in, and a standing double for Katrina Ortega. She's had 2 solid hits in this game. A single and got stranded her first time up. A stand-up double here puts her in scoring position with no outs. Number 6, Michaela Chester, your third baseman up to the plate. Swing and a grounder. Fuentes comes up, scoops, makes the throw to first. Garcia then throws to second just to keep Ortega on. Nicely played, nicely done by Hobbs. Good fundamentals, good fielding. They made no errors against Carlsbad in that first game, and they're looking sharp here again. In fact, they turned a double play in that first game in the top of the 5th inning. So 6-3 in the books for out number 1. Little bunt, picked up. Oh no, it almost worked, and it's going to end up scoring 1 as Hobbs, I put the curse on them. There were no errors there. And then a drop at first, scores a run and gets the runner on. So that is an E4 that puts Reitner on with a bunt and brings in Ortega. And now Carlsbad has put a run on. 1 out, 1 on. Bland, the pitcher, up to the plate, swings at the first pitch, fouled out of play for strike 1. Ooh, right back. Oh, a nice double play as Jackson. Great instincts. That comes from good high softball IQ right there. It means you've practiced a lot. Your baseball knowledge, your IQ, you're just right there. You react and do the right thing. Nicely done. Jackson with a hard hit ball right to you, and man, your glove comes up. You either catch it or it burns a hole through you when you're in the and man, I had it happen both ways, and that was beautiful. Well played. So a line drive shot to Jackson for out number 2, and then she makes the throw over to catch Reitner off base. Wow. Very nicely done. 1-3 for out number 3, and a double play for Hobbs in this game as well. 4 up, 3 down, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Hobbs coming to the plate. It's a 2-1 ball game. They've got a 1-run lead. They'd like to add to it. We'll see if they can. Coming up right here, more Hobbs Lady Eagle softball on the way.
Attention mechanics, NMR Pipeline is hiring now. If you know your way around heavy equipment and you have your own tools, NMR Pipeline wants to talk to you. NMR is offering top pay based on experience and solid benefits, medical, dental, and vision. NMR Pipeline isn't looking for trainees. They're hiring real mechanics ready to turn wrenches and get the job done right. Apply now at 300 South Main in Eunice. NMR Pipeline, built on skills, driven by hard work. NMR Pipeline is an equal opportunity employer.
The Coffee House offers a revitalizing menu of coffee, tea, and specialty drinks, just the way you like it. Enjoy your favorite drink with a whole latte love at the Coffee House. The Coffee House, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Coffee House is locally owned and operated and is dedicated to fostering a sense of community in Lee County and in the surrounding areas. The Coffee House, 1103 North Grimes.
Welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. It's 4, 5, and 6 heart of the order due up for Hobbs in this bottom of the 4th inning. Allie Garcia at the plate with 2 strikes on her. That last one was a call strike on the inside corner, and that's going to miss just a little too high, as the ump indicates that. A little high, probably over the inside corner. 1-2 count now. Garcia trying to get something started for Hobbs. And that misses low for ball 2. Again, that broke over the outside corner, I think, but it was low. 2-2 count. Jackson on deck, Valenzuela in the hole. Hobbs leading by 1. They want to increase, pad that lead a little. Garcia protecting the plate, catches just a piece of that to stay alive. 2-2. Nicely turned double play. Good reaction and presence of mind by Sanaya Jackson in the circle for Hobbs, and Garcia was right where she needed to be at first once Reitner stepped off. So good fundamentals again. Hobbs only 1 error so far in 1.5 games played here. Inside, but Garcia again kind of golfing that, making contact, spoiling it off. Might have been a call strike had she let it go. So good at bat for Garcia if she can find a way on. She grounded out to the third baseman, her only other plate appearance in this game so far. And swings and spoils that one off as well. Tough at bat, but the way things are going, that breaking ball in the outside corner, a lot of times it's getting called. So you gotta go for it. At least spoil it off if you can't do anything with it. Ooh. Boy, she teed off on that one. She had that in her sights. It was coming in, had a little late-breaking inside action on it, and she caught it with the inside of the bat, snapped it around, pulled it all the way to the left side of the field. Foul. Count remains 2-2. Ooh, strike again. Just caught a piece of it, staying alive, looking for one that she can send straight somewhere, up and out or Down and away. Pitcher Bland calling for a different ball. They're going to retire this one. Swing and a high pop as the catcher Ortega calls for it and says she's got it and does a good job. Has to catch it along the fence line there, almost tripping. She knew immediately. She threw off her mask and said, "Mine, mine, mine." Nice job. Credit where credit's due. Kendra Ortega robs Garcia of a chance to get on base after a really tough at-bat. Allie Garcia did a nice job fighting off a lot of pitches, trying to find one she could straighten out. Ends up with a pop foul. Out, number 1.
Sanaya Jackson.
First pitch she saw hits a grounder to second base. Smith picks it up, gets it to Reitner for out number 2. So 4-3 in the books for out number 2. Now it's up to Marina Valenzuela to try to get things going again for Hobbs. She had a double, a stand-up double, and scored her last time up.
Third baseman, number 14, Marina Valenzuela.
So 2 outs. Sorry, the score bug regressed on me, went all the way back to the beginning. Had to bring that up. All right, 2 outs, 0-1 count on Valenzuela. Hits that one foul down the first base line for strike number 2. 2 outs, nobody on, 0-2 count. Hobbs up 2-1. They really need a 2-out rally here. Try to increase their lead in this second of a doubleheader. And that pitch hits the ground. Ball number 1, 1-2 count. Oh, and a little bit of, I thought it was going to be a changeup. It was a mid-speed pitch with a rise on it. 2-2. Ralston's on deck. Jimenez in the hole for Hobbs. If they can get that far, they would like to. They need to, and that misses low. Runs the count full. 3-2 now. Full count on Valenzuela. 2 outs, nobody on. Pressure on her to try to get something going. Hobbs needs some more offensive production here in this one. Midway through, and they're only 1 run ahead. Oh, and an inside, a pitch on that was on the inside corner. Valenzuela swung low and went down swinging for out number 3. So that is actually strikeout number 2 for Bland in this one. And 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Hobbs leading 2-1. We got a good one. Come back for more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball coming up on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 at Facebook.
Listen up. You asked for it, you got it. Introducing all-in pricing from TDS. Get ultra-powerful 1 gig internet for just $49.99 a month for 2 years. No gimmicks, no gotchas. Plus, no contract, free installation, and a powerful Wi-Fi router included. All in? Oh yeah. Visit hellotds.com today. Internet speeds are up to and not guaranteed. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. Top of the 5th inning. Hobbs leading 2-1, but the Carlsbad Cavegirls are up to the plate. And that hits the inside corner. Call, strike 1. Nice pitch by Jackson. So 0-1 count. It's 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order for the Cavegirls. Oh, yeah, that floats in there. A little off-speed pitch by Jackson. Hits the corner. 0-2 the count. Oh, a line drive shot to Garcia. And it gets to her so quickly. She puts her glove up and catches it. It kind of comes out of the glove, kind of scares her, I think, a little bit. She hangs on to it, though. So a line drive shot to position 3 for out number 1. It brings up Ali Madrid, the left fielder, to the plate. First pitch is in, a call strike. Nice pitch. Jackson still bringing it. A chopper headed to shortstop. Fuentes picks it up, makes the throw, not in time, and the throw gets by Garcia, but nicely backed up out there. Mariah Zambrano comes over and makes sure that Madrid does not take second base. An infield single, no error. She just beat out the throw. It was deep. Fuentes was playing pretty deep. It went by the third baseman and fielded about as well as you could. The throw off a little, but it would not have been in time anyway. So that's why I'm ruling it an infield single. There's a hit. Oh, and no. They're going to get one out of it. The force out at second base, getting just a little anxious there. Fuentes was trying to turn and throw before she had it in her glove. And because Garcia could have tapped first and then thrown to second to try to get it. And it might have been a double play that way because the runner did not get a good jump off of first. So they could have gotten it that way, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. They still got an out of it. And Medrano reaches on the fielder's choice as they get the lead runner on that. Good basics. You want to get the lead runner where you can and try to turn the double, the traditional double if you can. So it was 3-6 for that second out. And top of the order. No. Addie Smith? I think it is. That misses. Ralston threatens to throw. Does not. Yep, that is number 3. That is Mari Reyes at the plate instead of Addie Smith. Swing and a high pop fly. Who's calling it? Fuentes calls for it, and then Abby Zambrano calls her off. It's more in her territory, and so nicely done as a high pop fly out to position 4 ends the threat by Carlsbad. Nicely done. Hobbs gets out of it. 4 up, 3 down. Carlsbad puts a runner on, has a hit. Can't bring anybody in. So no runs on 1 hit. No errors. And 1 left on base. 2-1, still your score. Hobbs leading. They want to increase it. They're coming up to the plate. We'll have more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on the way.
NMJC, success through learning. My future's looking brighter. My life's an open door. New Mexico Junior College gave me the chance I was looking for. Affordable education designed to fit my needs. Now every day is filled with opportunity. NMJC, success through learning. NMJC.
At nmjc.edu.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Hobbs is coming up to the plate. In that top of the 5th, I did not score an error on Fuentes because she did get the out. They were trying to turn a double play, and after she touched second base and got the force out, she was going to try to throw to first and didn't because of the bobble, but she got the out. Just because she wasn't successful in turning the double play doesn't make that an error. Not as far as I'm concerned, and when I'm scoring it. So that's why I said no error in that at bat. So here we go, bottom of the 5th inning. It is 7-8-9, bottom of the order for Hobbs. Leading 2-1. Addie Ralston with a grounder. It's gonna get knocked down by Smith, and actually that is Reyes who has taken over for Smith. She batted for Smith, and now is out in the field for Smith as well. So Mari Reyes at second base. Knocked it down, but did not make the play. And that could go either way. She got a glove on it, and the rule is supposed to be if it's a playable, fieldable ball, but I'm not sure it was fieldable. It was.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Mariah Jimenez.
Ralston is on, and Mariah Jimenez shows bunt, but it's foul for strike 1. So no outs, a runner on first. Ralston reaching, a well-hit ball. Some would score it an error on the second baseman. She got a glove on it. Some would say, well, it was a pretty hard-hit ball. She might not have had a play on it. I'm writing it down as an error. Shows bunt again and leaves the bat down. Actually sort of swings at it. Now there's a throw down to second, not in time. As Jimenez throwing the bat down and left it down. I think he's going to call it a ball, but I think her bat was across the plate. I mean, I'll take it. We'll take it. It's a ball, not a strike, but I kind of think that probably should have been a strike. Now she hits that one, and the first baseman coming up and then making a throw too hard, and it was Reyes covering first. So it's kind of an equal throw. The throwing error was kind of hard, but actually it's Reyes' error because she dropped it. And that moves the runner over to third. So runners at the corners for Hobbs with no outs.
Number 4, Abby Zambrano.
And batting in the 9th slot, Abby Zambrano. There's a throw down to second, sliding safely in. Nice as Jimenez stealing second base, sliding in under the throw. Ralston, though, and Coach Boyle respecting Carlsbad not Ralston toward home. The pitch is going to miss outside on Abby Zambrano. And I believe that first pitch was a ball as well. So 2-0 is your count as there are no outs. No outs. Runners at second and third for Hobbs. And Abby Zambrano, bottom of the order, with a call. Strike 1 on the inside corner. Take sign was on for Abby there on a 3-0 count. And Bland found the zone when she had to. Swing and a high fly ball out of play off to the right will bring the count full on Abby Zambrano. I think that's Ralston doing her own running over there. Catcher's off and we'll have a courtesy runner. Ooh, a grounder straight up the middle will score 1. The throw coming into home plate. Whoa, and scrambling back to the bag safely at third. That was a heck of a throw. Palma out in center as she stopped that hot grounder and then made a good throw into home. And Ortega throwing down to third. Chester right there. And that held Jimenez at third. But Ralston was able to score, and Hobbs is up 3-1. And no outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Threatening to blow things wide open here if they can, and everybody knows that. So Coach Santo coming out and is going to send Bland out of the circle. And who's going to get the ball? Let's see. Not sure who that is, who's going to go in the circle in relief of Bland. I'll have to try to catch the number here. Not certain. That is, ooh, let's see, is that number 8? Number 2? Let's see. Is that number? I think they're putting Katrina Ortega back in. They are. So Katrina Ortega, who pitched the first game, is going back in the circle. So Ortega. So Bland is Bland, and Bland, does she come out? Is she going to go back to third? Or are they going to leave things the way they are? Let's see. 17. Yeah, 17 is Bland. It looks like I think they're going to send her over to third. She played third in the first game. So I think Bland will go to third, which means they'll probably leave the batting order the way it is. And it will be probably, I'm not sure, who was playing third, Chester will probably come out. But they may make Chester the DP.
Number 11, Rangel.
So, Ortega back in the circle. And Abby Zambrano sitting on first with an RBI single straight up the middle. A nice shot by her. And Sol Rangel to the plate. And that hits the inside corner. Nice pitch. Call strike. 0-1 count. Rangel, no outs. Runners at the corners for Hobbs. They've put one across. They lead 3-1. They'd like to increase and keep the line moving right here. And that's going to miss inside, ball one. Kinder Ortega trying to frame that up for the ump. He said, nope. Inside, ball one. Zambrano now on deck. Mariah, that is, and Fuentes in the hole. Swing and a grounder, and it's knocked down, but Katrina Ortega, or actually that's not Katrina, I believe whoever took shortstop back, as Katrina came in. I'm not sure who that is out at short now. Shortstop knocked it down. Run scores. So E6 puts Rangel on. Scored Jimenez from third and sent Zambrano over to second. So 4-1 your score here. That was the winning score for Hobbs in the first game of this doubleheader. So now runners at first and second for Hobbs, and Mariah Zambrano to the plate, and still no outs. A 1-0 count. She shows bunt, and she does. Goes to the circle. The throw over to first is in time for 1 out, but it does move the runner. So a little sack bunt by Zambrano for out number 1. Hobbs has some outs to give, wanting to move runners closer to scoring position. So a sack bunt for 1 out. But Zambrano goes to third, Rangel goes to second, and that brings up Jackie Fuentes. And a high fly ball to center field, tagging up. A nice throw comes in, but not in time. And then the throw down to third also is not in time, so everybody's safe. So Fuentes with a high fly ball. Palma doing a nice job catching it out there, and even with a good throw in, still Fuentes did her job. A sack, fly, RBI. Yep. It's 5-1.
Now batting the first baseman. Number 9.
Sack fly RBI. Brought in Zambrano. Moved Rangel over to third. And now Ali Garcia, cleanup hitter for Hobbs, to the plate. She had a pop foul her last time up, grounded her first time up. She's 0 for 2 in this one and due. So, and thought about swinging, flinched, but did not offer. And the ball was low for ball 1. Ball 2, rather, yep. A swing and a miss, a little rising action on that. I think Garcia maybe got a piece of it. So 2 balls and a strike, 2-1 the count. 2 outs now. Runner on third. Hobbs up 5-1. And a high fly ball going out to shallow left. Who's going to get it? And nobody gets it. as the left fielder Madrid was coming in on it, calling it, and the shortstop, since she thought it was being called, didn't even look up or wasn't even out there at all. So nobody got a glove on it. So that's one of those things. Yes, it's an error, but there is nobody to assign it to. If nobody touched it, it's a mental error. It's a fielding mistake. It's a mistake, not an error. So it does score a run though. And there's some discussion. I'm not sure what the umps are talking about. The home plate ump is coming over and talking. I think they might be issuing a warning to the dugout. Maybe some people were out of the dugout or some. Oh. Okay, 1 out. All right. Yes, the run scored. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be 6. It's 6-1. Swing and a foul out of play. As that, it technically is a single for Ali Garcia, as nobody got a glove on it. It simply was a missed catch, a mistake, but it is a single and an RBI single at that. Now Sanaya Jackson up to the plate. And knocked down by second baseman and fired over to first. So I think that they called. I think it is probably 5-1. I'm not. I think we need to clarify that with the ump and see if that run, if they called it, if it scored or not. Because I scored it as crossing the plate. So anyway, we're going to take a minute and we'll double check on the score and see about this. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Hobbs leading, no matter what it is, 5-1 or 6-1. We'll be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on the way.
Oh yes, strike! Good times, baby. Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what you get at Bel Air Bowl, the only place to bowl for nearly 100 miles around. You can grab a snack and bowl, play pool, or even video arcade. They're the perfect place for a birthday party. Bel Air Bowl has got you covered and can make it happen. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They're located behind the Bel Air Shopping Center.
Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl. And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. As yes, I think there was some discussion about this, but I do have it as four runs across for Hobbs in that at bat. And a bunt laid down, throw not in time, and so that is going to be a single. And it's the top of the, it's the top of the 6th. Yeah, it is the top of the 6th. A nice catch out in right field. Very nicely done. First batter up was Katrina Ortega. With that batter, first batter at Palma was on. Ortega with a fly out to right field. A bunt single. Yes, so it is 6-1. All right, so A high fly ball headed out to right field. Yeah, making the grab. Nicely done. Nicely done. As a high fly ball to right field ends the at-bat. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. There were all kinds of things going on up here. But 3 outs, bottom of the 6th is where we're headed now. Three runs, 3 outs in the bottom of the top of the 6th. And there were no runs scored in the top of the 6th inning. So no runs scored by Carlsbad. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And Hobbs leading 6-1. I had it right. Yes, it was. That was the, there were 4 runs that plated for Hobbs in their at-bat. 4 runs that plated. And those 4 runs were on actually just one. There were 2 hits. There were 2 hits. And there were 2 errors. There were 3 errors in that. 3 errors. 2 by the second baseman and 1 by the shortstop. And then there was 1 batter left on base. So I got that right. 4 runs on 2 hits, 3 errors, 1 left on base. And that was in the bottom of the 5th inning. And then in that top of the 6th inning, there were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. So there you go. We are up to speed, and the scoreboard, the official score book is right. The official scoreboard is right. And we are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hobbs and Lady Eagles coming to the plate, leading by 5 here. Looking good. Getting close to the end of this game. Second of a doubleheader. They won the first one 4-1. They're leading 6-1. And it is middle of the order. Valenzuela, Ralston, Jimenez, 6, 7, 8 due up for Hobbs. 2-0 count on Valenzuela. Hits just a little under that ball. Anxious to hit it. Spun it back to the backstop for a strike. So 2-1 the count on Valenzuela. Ralston on deck. Jimenez in the hole. Valenzuela struck out her last time up, but she had a stand-up double and scored her second time up. That coming in on the inside of the plate. She swings and fouls that one over to the left toward the dugout. 2-2 is your count. Swing and a foul out of play off to the right. Hobbs looking good, trying to sweep Carlsbad, but you don't breathe easy against Carlsbad until you got that final out. Hobbs would like, there's a line drive shot out to center field, make a diving catch. I tell you what, Palma has done a very nice job for Carlsbad out there in center field, just like Jimenez has done for Hobbs. Some diving catches, highlight reel plays. Robs Valenzuela, who had a nice little line drive shot floating out there, looked like a base hit. Becomes a fly out to position 8 for out number 1. And that's going to bring up Addison Ralston, the catcher, to the plate. She reached on an error and scored and had a sac RBI her first 2 plate appearances in this game. So Ralston looking to try to get something started offensively for Hobbs here in this at-bat. Swings and fouls it back to the screen for strike one number 1. 1 out, nobody on, 0-1 count. Hobbs leading by 5, 6-1 here in this bottom of the 5th inning. And that misses high. Ball 2. This is the bottom of the sixth inning. I think I said fifth, but it is the bottom of the sixth inning. And I've got the score bug right. I just misspoke. Bottom of the sixth, one out, nobody on. And that's going to miss outside. We're ball 2. 2-1 the count now. Ralston. Wanting to get something moving here. It gets very dark up here. Thank goodness for the field lights. That's the only light we've got. She fouls that one off out of play as well. So 2-2 is your count. The light panel, the fluorescents up here are out, and they've been out for a while. I think Coach Rotuno may have put a work order request in to have somebody come and look at this. I don't know if it's the light, the ballast, or if it's the light, fluorescent light bulb panel itself. I don't know. And that misses low. It runs the count full. What it means is just pretty dark up here. So I'm trying to see the book. Trying to make sure you can see the field and everything going on. A chopper is going to find its way out into center field. Ralston's on with a single. Nice little chopper bounced over the head of the pitcher out to center. Ortega didn't have a chance at it. So a single puts Ralston on with one out. That brings Mariah Jimenez, center fielder, to the plate. She reached on an error and scored her last time up, and she grounded out her first time up.
Center fielder, number 3, Mariah Jimenez.
Looking to move her teammate, and Ralston will have a courtesy runner this time. I think it's Angelica Sanchez. Either that or I think it's Angelica Sanchez. It's a 6, I think. Or is it 18, Carissa Sagala? I think it's 6. Maybe not be. Can't tell. Can't tell. Courtesy runner out there, though. 0-1 count on Jimenez. And that misses high. A riser, a fastball. Riser, plenty of pop in the glove. Ortega pitched the first game, took the loss in that, and had some time when she was playing shortstop to rest her arm as a pitcher, her arm and hand. And that is going to miss, going to be fouled off to the right. Strike 2, 1-2 the count now. 1 out, a runner on first, courtesy runner for Ralston. Had a nice single. A little chopper going back to the circles, taking a minute, maybe beat out. Did she get it? Safe. Safe. Nice piece of running. The speedy Jimenez beats out the throw. No error, just an infield single. Because that was a chopper that kind of took a minute to get to Ortega. She made the throw, just not in time. Moves the runner, courtesy runner, over to second. Still just 1 out. Abby Zambrano. Abby had an RBI single and scored her last time up. Struck out her first time. She's 1 for 2. Third plate appearance. 1 out. Runners at first and second. A little bloop. Infield single. Oh, no. They turned the double. They caught the runner at second off base. And there's a double play. So Zambrano pops out to position 3 for out number 2, and then 2 throws over to 6 to get Ralston off base. 2-6. There he goes for the third out. So Carlsbad turns their own double and gets out of trouble. Hobbs threatens but doesn't put one across. No runs on 2 hits. There were no errors committed, and as it turns out, only 1 left on base. So we go to the top of the 7th inning. All Hobbs has to hold. Hobbs has to hold Carlsbad, keep them from scoring 5 runs. Carlsbad needs to get 5 runs in this at bat to tie it. 6 to go ahead. Hobbs will have the last bat if they need it. But what they want to do is just get 3 outs and win this one 6-1, or get 3 outs at least sometime before it gets tied up. So 3 outs and we're done. If those 3 outs come before Carlsbad is able to put 5 on the board. So top of the 7th inning, 6-1 your score. And it is 6-7-8 due up. First pitch swung on and fouled off out of play for strike 1 on Bland. Emery Bland started off in the circle, then moved back over to third base. And strike 2 fouled off out of play as well. Hitting it on the inside of her bat, just close to her hands, spinning it up and out. She hit a line drive into a double play her last time up and grounded out her first time. Staying alive at the plate, though, as 2 strikes on her. 1-2 is your score. A high fly ball headed out. Is it over the fence? It is a solo homer. A solo homer out of the park for Emery Bland. A solo home run gives Carlsbad another run, 6-2. Now they're within 4. No outs, nobody on. And that's going to bring up Dacia Nieto, the right fielder, to the plate. Madrid is on deck, and Medrano is in the hole. A solo home run shot over the fence in between right and center field. No harm done. It's just a 1 run less that Carlsbad needs to tie it up and force a continuation of this game. Hobbs still just needs the 3 outs. They've got some runs to give, but they need to go ahead and try to get those outs efficiently now and not give up more runs. Top of the 7th inning, 6-2 your score. Carlsbad trying to mount a comeback. I've watched him in 2 different games be in this position, and they were able to come back, get the runs they needed, go ahead of the team, and then go to the bottom of the 7th and hold the home team and beat them. So Hobbs doesn't want to fall victim to that. There's a high fly ball. Zambrano goes back for it. That's Abby going back for it. Mariah was coming in on it, but Abby called for it, made the grab and the catch. Nicely done. A high pop fly out to position 4 for out number 1. That brings up Ali Madrid to the plate. First pitch in is a strike. Oh, let's see. We have Alexis Nieto. We have a substitute batter. Alexis Nieto is batting for Ali Madrid. And the count is 1-1 on Alexis Nieto. 2-1 now. So 2-1 the count on Alexis Nieto. Ooh, beautiful pitch. Nice at the knees over the outside corner. Call, strike 2. So 2-2 is your count now. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, beautiful call, strike. Jackson with a lovely pitch. Nice pitch over just above the knees. Really sent Nieto down looking. So out number 2. Now Hobbs 1 out away from sweeping Carlsbad in this district doubleheader. That brings up Serenity Medrano to the plate. Number 15, designated player. And a hard grounder down the first base line. It went foul just before it got to first base. well struck by Serenity Medrano, but it becomes a long foul and strike. Ooh, a changeup just misses low for a ball. So 1-1 is your count on Serenity Medrano. And that's a call strike on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch. A good time for it. Nicely done by Jackson. Now 1 strike away. Hobbs is 1 strike away from the sweep. And that misses. Nope, it's a little outside. Close, but a little outside. And that runs the count full. Super fans. Maybe somebody related to Jackson. And there's a foul down to the Hobbs dugout. Hobbs still 1 strike away from sweeping Carlsbad in this Tuesday night doubleheader. Beautiful. That's going to get over to Zambrano. Abby fields it on her knees, makes the throw to Garcia. Beautifully played. A hot grounder that I wasn't sure she was even going to get to. And Abby Zambrano knocks it down and then throws to first in time for the out. And Hobbs wins 6-2 and sweeps Carlsbad in this district doubleheader. Wow. Lots of fireworks, some good play, some really great defensive plays in this game on both sides, Carlsbad and Hobbs. But Carlsbad falls in this one, and that play 4-3 in the books was the third out, and that meant there were no runs on 1 hit, that solo homer, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll be back to wrap this one up. Just a moment more Hobbs Lady Eagle softball coming up.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank. Member FDIC.
For all your grocery specials, shop Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs. The best deals in fresh produce, fresh meat and vegetables, frozen and dairy, health and beauty, and so much more. With the friendliest and most knowledgeable staff, Thriftway and La Tienda. For all your grocery specials, come on down to La Tienda, 400 East Marland, and Thriftway, 1317 North Turner in Hobbs. Best of luck, Eagles, from all of your friends at Thriftway and La Tienda grocery stores. For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
And welcome back. And to do a wrap on this one, as Hobbs girls were able to put together 2 wins and swept Carlsbad. The second game, 6-2 win. Hobbs put 6 runs across on 7 hits, commit 1 error, leave 3 on base. For Carlsbad, they had 2 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors, 3 left on base. And your winning pitcher was Sanaya Jackson, who went the distance in both ends of this doubleheader. And she ended up with, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, and gave up a solo home run shot in this one. But well done. And with the win, Hobbs goes to 14-6 on the season, 6-0 in district. So happy to write that down. And up next with them, I've got the schedule as being on the road at Roswell High on Friday night. We do have to confirm that. Some of the schedules were showing Hobbs home, and they do play Roswell High at any rate. But it looks like I'll probably be on the road to have that game for you on Friday, or those games, a doubleheader for you on Friday night. Carlsbad falls to 9-11, 4-2 in district, and next up they'll host Clovis this Friday. I'm Dawn Morgan. Thank you to Evie Stuber for monitoring and communicating, and that's going to put the wrap on it. That's going to do it, as Hobbs able to win 4-1 in the first game of the doubleheader, 6-2 in the second, and thank you very much for watching and listening to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5, your home for Hobbs Lady Eagle sports. And we say safe travels to our visitors from Carlsbad, and good night. Thank you.